The Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture present Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson. Also presented by Double Diamond Farm, Gulfstream Park, Journeyman Stud, Ocala Breeders Sales Company, Pleasant Acres Stallions, Tampa Bay Downs, Valerie Daly Showcase Properties, and Woodford Thoroughbreds. Hello everyone, Carl Nathy filling in for John Henderson on this edition of Thoroughbred Week, featuring a determined winner of the Houston Ladies Classic and an impressive classic prospect in the Grade 2 Holy Bull Stakes. We begin with sprinting fillies and mares at Oaklawn Park in the American Beauty Stakes. Sugar Shock, the 8-5 favorite. Frank Miramonte has the call.
Approaching the quarter pole, it's Spring Included, showing the way, 3/4 of a length. Fast and Fine Looking is in second. A host of pursuers are coming. Inside comes Have You Gone Away in the green cap. Sugar Shock trying to make some progress. She'll be caught wide there at the top of the stretch. Spring Included digs in gamely. Here comes Have You Gone Away right up alongside. Sugar Shock finding her best stride in the center, and she's starting to motor home with good-looking strides. Time is running out, however. Spring Included, Have You Gone Away, Sugar Shock erupting on the outside. Does she have time? Here's the classy Sugar Shock, and she mows them all down to win the American Beauty.
Sugar Shock returns a winner, defeating long shot Spring Included by half a length. Channing Hill aboard the Keeneland Sales Graduate in 1:11.3. Sugar Shock now 4 for 5 at Oaklawn Park, including victories in the Grade 3 Honeybee and the Grade 3 Fantasy Stakes last year. The Doug Anderson trainee making her first start since failing to finish in the Grade 3 Iowa Oaks in June. The filly by Candy Ride was bred in Kentucky by Pam and Martin Wygod and was a $20,000 Keeneland September yearling. Sugar Shock has earned $458,000 for On Cloud 9 LLC. Preakness winner at 3 and Met Mile winner at 4, Darby Dan Farm Stallion Shackelford was a brilliant 3-time Grade 1 winner of over $3 million who possessed 115 buyer speed. His first weanlings sold for up to $200,000. Watch for his first yearlings selling this summer. Next, turf horses in the Grade 3 Tampa Bay Stakes. Skyflight, the 6-5 favorite. Richard Grunder has the call.
They settle for their journey up the backstretch. The Illinois bred Super Soldier dashes clear now to command the race by 2. Skyflight settles into stride now nicely to be second. From the outside, Rerun, now racing third. Hobo Ridge is right there fourth. Rose Briar is making up ground and will need racing room between horses. One touches down along the inner rail. 2.5 lengths farther back to Tricky Hat. Now the pace quickens with 3 furlongs still to run, and Super Soldier trying to take him start to finish. Skyflight ranging up nicely and ready to pound second. Lochte is now putting in a run. Now to be third as they turn for home. 3/16 of a mile to run. Here comes Skyflight moving up. Super Soldier tries to battle back toward the rail. Second on the outside. Rerun is finishing up nicely. And way out on the outside is Old Time Hockey. In deep stretch, Skyflight, Lochte on the outside. Old Time Hockey charging. A 3-horse photo looks like Lochte.
4-1 second choice Lochte gets up to score by a head over Old Time Hockey, who has a neck on the favorite, Skyflight. Paco Lopez aboard in 1:41.3. Winner of the Grade 1 Gulfstream Park Turf Handicap last year, Lochte making his first start since finishing 5th in the Grade 2 Fort Lauderdale Stakes in his seasonal debut. The 5-year-old gelding by Medaglia d'Oro was bred in Kentucky by Maura Gittins. A $475,000 yearling, he was purchased by his current connections for $60,000. Lochte has earned $548,000. Marcus Vitale trains the winner for Crossed Sabres Farm. To Sam Houston Park for the Grade 3 John B. Connolly Turf Cup. Coalport, the 9-5 favorite. Tom Harris has the call.
As they continue their run for the far turn, and Coalport has had it completely all his way out here. The leader by 3. Trace Creek is racing next. Racing along the inside, Fleet Mitchie is right there. As they head it midway around the turn, Benwill the outside follows. Moving through at the inside, Michaels Gabriel. The tempo quickens as they run to the top of the stretch. Coalport is trying to take him the distance. as they bend off the turn and run for home. And Coalport leads the charge down the lane. Trace Creek swings to the outside, chasing late. On the outside, Daddy's Kid into third, but Coalport is razor sharp and goes wire to wire. Coalport in the John B. Conley Turf Cup.
Odds-on favorite Coalport, the front-running winner by 3 1/4 lengths over Trace Creek. Miguel Mena up in 149 flat, the third consecutive victory for Coalport, who was last seen defeating Statebreds in the Bucks Boy Stakes at Hawthorne. The 6-year-old horse by Kitten's Joy was bred in Illinois by his owners, Kenneth and Sarah Ramsey. Trained by Mike Maker, Coalport has earned $545,000. Watch Thoroughbred Week replays online at tbredweek.com.
New at Ashford for 2015, Verrazano. Brilliant winner of his first 5 starts, including the Grade 1 Wood Memorial.
And they're coming down to the finish, and it will be Verrazano.
And the Haskell by a record 9 3/4 lengths, earning a buyer figure of 116, the highest of any 3-year-old in 2013.
And Verrazano and John Velasquez have blown away their competition.
Verrazano, a great-looking son of More Than Ready, new at Ashford.
City Wolf and Emma Jane Wilson, outstanding in the Durham Cup. City Wolf won it by 2, and City Wolf has collared the leaders. And it's City Wolf, and it's just a matter of how much you win by. City Wolf going away in the third.
City Wolf, a graded stakes winner by Leading Sire Giants Causeway, and a half-brother to Leading Sires Ghost Zapper and City Zip, standing at Adena Springs South.
Combining the legacy of Kentucky with the fertile breeding ground of Florida, Woodford Thoroughbreds proudly introduces in 2014 Warfront's best son to stand at stud, multiple graded stakes winner, Sold Out, and juvenile Grade 1 winner of the Hopeful Stakes, Currency Swap. Woodford Thoroughbreds, where a new generation of horse racing excellence has begun.
Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish. Florida produced Breeders' Cup Classic winner Mucho Macho Man. Florida is one of the premier breeding regions and training centers in the world. We are a leading prep center for Derby winners and contenders. We boast of premier veterinary research centers and 3 major racetracks. Florida has the largest 2-year-old in training sale in the world, selling horses 6 times annually. Florida is proudly represented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association. Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish.
Discover Ocala, horse capital of the world, centrally located between Orlando and Jacksonville. Ocala's thoroughbred industry has many incentives to breed, raise, and train thoroughbreds.
Cardinal Hill Farm, Hyatt Farm, Carrington Stables.
Ocala, Marion County. Come visit us and we'll show you why it's a great place to live.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with 3-year-old fillies in this segment. 3-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. We begin with turf fillies at Gulfstream Park in the Grade 3 Sweetest Chant Stakes. Consumer Credit, the 9-5 favorite. Larry Colmus picks up the call.
24 flat was the quarter as they enter the back stretch, where it is Miss Temple City on the inside and Quality Rocks pokes a neck in front. Miss Temple City second on the rail. Outside of them, Loon River follows in third. And right in between horses going up is Consumer Credit. And she's only a length and a half off the lead. Well bunched up the backstretch. Old Fashioned Gal right with that group too. A length and a half clear of Nikki's Brown Miss. Cosmic Serenities after that. As they move for the turn, and then comes Cardinal Cove, Red Sachet to the outside, and Angel Falls, 48 and 2 for a half mile. Quality Rocks on the outside, Miss Temple City along the rail. These two go at it, and Loon River is just to the outside of them. Nikki's Brown Miss in behind horses needs a way through. Consumer Credit is right there in contention as they come to the top of the stretch. Quality Rocks, Miss Temple City. These two, Nikki's Brown Miss has room to come and get them. Consumer Credit on the outside, then Cardinal Cove along the rail. Quality Rocks in front close to home. Miss Temple City fights on. Here's Consumer Credit running them down on the far outside to win the Sweetest Chant.
Consumer Credit by WinStar Farm Stallion More Than Ready takes it by a length over front-running Quality Rocks, who has a head on Miss Temple City. Edgard Zayas aboard the Keeneland Sales Graduate in 1:35.4. The third consecutive victory for Consumer Credit, who broke her maiden at Belmont Park last fall and then followed with a sharp score in the Wait a While Stakes at Gulfstream Park West. The filly was bred in Kentucky by Stone Street Thoroughbred Holdings and was a $185,000 Keeneland September yearling. The fourth consecutive winner of this race for trainer Chad Brown. Consumer Credit has earned $165,000 for Klarovich Stables and William H. Lawrence. Bullet Train is a group-winning three-quarter brother to the Great Frankel. His first foals are yearlings of 2015 and are outstanding. Contact Crestwood Farm to inquire about Bullet Train. Next from Gulfstream Park, the Grade 2 Forward Gal Stakes over the main track. Sedweir, the 2-1 favorite. Again, here is Larry Colmus.
They're racing in the Forward Gal. Bit of an awkward start there for Mama Mia Maria, and a good beginning for Acates Phaeton. Acates Phaeton and Enchantress go out to the lead. Sedweir is right there to the inside of them. These three in a line early on. And then it's Distinto away running in fourth. By the Moon is fifth. Moving up between horses is Taylor S. Taylor S now on the charge and up into fourth as they head up the backstretch. Then Last of the Mohicans. Mama Mia Maria's after that. Skipaloot to the outside, and far behind are Bird at the Wire and Tripoca as they head up the backstretch in 22 and 2/5 seconds. Enchantress on the outside, Sedweir along the rail. These two necks apart on the lead. And then it's Acates Phaeton running in third just off of them. Distinta squeezing through on the inside. Taylor S is in tight. By the Moon is going up on the far outside with a 4-wide sweep. And here's By the Moon rushing up on the outside to take the lead. It's now By the Moon in front. Acates Phaeton, Enchantress, Sedweir is down on the inside. Distinta looks for running room. And then comes Taylor S. And on the far outside, Bird at the Wire from far behind is charging. And here's Bird at the Wire. Bird at the Wire and Erod Ortiz Jr. have taken the lead. And they're pulling away as Last of the Mohicans rallies late on the far outside. Coming down to the line, Bird at the Wire scores in the Forward Gal.
12-1, Bird at the Wire rallies from last to defeat 11-1, Last of the Mohicans by 3 1/4 lengths. A 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sales Graduates. Erod Ortiz Jr., the winning jockey, in 1:24.4. Bird at the Wire stepping up to Graded Stakes Company after breaking her maiden in her last start at Churchill Downs. The filly by Summerbird was bred in Kentucky by Lynn and Kathy Jones and was a $23,000 yearling. Trained by Dale Romans, Bird at the Wire has earned $158,000 for Forum Racing. The Spendthrift Farm Stallion of the Week is Arch, winner of the $1 million Grade 1 Arkansas Derby before becoming a favorite for the Kentucky Derby. This striking son of Arch is a participant in Spendthrift's Breed Secure program. Call the farm today to learn how Breed Secure can benefit you in 2015.
Shaking it up on the outside, Central Banker, shaking it up to win in a driving finish. Shaking it up, and David Flores won the Malibu. They're almost in a straight line as they come for home now. Shaking it up will win it. Shaking it up, coming home powerfully. Shaking it up in a thorough take-it winner.
From the Gone West sire line comes the powerfully made, brilliant 2-year-old Horse Greeley. With first crop graded stakes winners, Horse Greeley is siring quality runners throughout North America.
Clearly now with an arresting victory here. Crushes the field, and a good field it was.
Leave the light on with the lead. They come for the finish line. Leave the light on. Wins the Remsen.
The early results look promising for Horse Greeley, standing at Claiborne Farm.
A Florida bred. He is not just a racehorse. He is our heart. He is our toil and sweat. He soaks up the bright sunshine, becoming mighty and strong. He feasts on our abundant grass and drinks our mineral-rich water. He is a way of life, our champion. His excellence brings us chills as he competes, inspiring us to greatness. He is our purpose, our soul, He is a Florida bred.
Living up at the Downs. Do you like having a great time with your friends and family? Then you will have a great time. Come out to Tampa Bay Downs and you will see thoroughbred racing, Texas Hold'em tournaments. You gotta know when to pull them. Help your golf game at our practice range. You can bet there's so much more. Tampa Bay Downs. Live it up at the Downs.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 2 Holy Bull Stakes coming up in this segment. We begin with 3-year-old turf horses at Gulfstream Park in the Kitten's Joy Stakes. Cronin the Barbarian, the 5-2 favorite. Larry Colmus has the call.
48 and 1 was a half mile, and now the field goes into the turn. Courtier the leader, Dubai Sky a neck back in second. Ode to the Hunt goes up on the outside of them. Then it's Felifran in fourth. On the far outside, getting going is a Campari in fifth with a 3-wide run. Cronin the Barbarians put to the whip way out there into the course. Then it's Chief Kitten, and they're coming to the top of the stretch. Courtier is the leader. Dubai Sky is alongside. These two into the final furlong together. Dubai Sky and Courtier, and they're right together. Felifran is third. It is still Courtier and Dubai Sky. On the far outside, Cronin the Barbarian gaining ground late. They're coming down to the wire, and it's a head-bobbing finish between Courtier and Dubai Sky.
Let's take another look at that photo finish. It's 6-1 Courtier with the lead on the rail. Joel Rosario up, but 5-1 Dubai Sky and John Velasquez are challenging on the outside, and Dubai Sky gets up to take the photo by a head. The favorite, Cronin the Barbarian, rallies late to take third, the mile on the turf in 1:36 flat. That's 3 consecutive wins for Dubai Sky, who dead heated with fellow Bill Mott trainee Hard to Port in an optional claimer at Gulfstream Park in his latest. The colt by Candy Ride was bred in Kentucky by his co-owner, Bezilou Stables, and is a full brother to Grade 1 stakes winner Twirling Candy. Dubai Sky has earned $125,000 for Three Chimneys Farm and Bezilou Stables. John Velasquez with a safe ride of the week presented by Sally Horse Vans, the safest way to the winner's circle. Sprinting 3-year-olds at Gulfstream Park in the Grade 3 Hutchison Stakes, Barbados the 3-5 favorite. Once again, here's Larry Colmus.
Around the far turn, and Barbados bearing down on XY Jet. XY Jet still the leader by a length. Ran a 45 and 1/2 mile. Barbados ever closer with every stride, and the two of them will turn for home together. XY Jet and Barbados. Big Family is moving up outside of Richard the Great, but they're far behind the top two. Barbados on the outside. XY Jet not giving in just yet. Barbados has a slight lead. XY Jet on the inside fights him to the finish. Barbados and XY Jet coming down to the line together, and Barbados has won the Hutchison by a neck.
Odds-on favorite Barbados by Windstar Farm Stallion Speightstown runs by XY Jet to score by half a length. Luis Saez aboard the 3-time Keeneland Sales graduate in 1:24 and 2. That's 2 stakes victories over the track this year for Barbados, who was an easy winner of the spectacular bid in his first start for trainer Kellen Gorder and Suzanne Stables. The winner was bred in Kentucky by Tommytown Thoroughbreds. Barbados has earned $205,000. A $160,000 Keeneland September yearling and a $230,000 Keeneland 2-year-old. The maiden-winning colt was consigned by Windstar Racing to the 2014 Keeneland November sale, where he was purchased by Paul Hannafel for $340,000. Grade 3 Hutchison Stakes winner Barbados, the Keeneland Sales Graduate of the Week. To Sunland Park for the Riley Allison Derby. Cinco Charlie, the 1-5 favorite. Robert Geller has the call.
Cinco Charlie by 1 in second placing and under pressure for the first time, Dirt Monster, and Cinco Charlie's got away. Made Me Talk's running a huge race. Made Me Talk coming on the outside, top of the stretch, and Cinco Charlie leads for home in the Riley Allison. A length to Made Me Talk on the outside, and Made Me Talk issuing a bit of a threat. Cinco Charlie gets away now, and there is a look around to the right, a look to the left, and that's enough. And Casey Lambert says no more playing, and it's time for some serious action and Cinco Charlie waltzes in. 6.5 lengths.
Odds-on favorite Cinco Charlie rolls home officially by 8.5 lengths over Made Me Talk. Casey Lambert aboard the OBS Sales Graduate in 138 flat. The Steve Asmussen trainee won or placed in 6 stakes last year and capped off his 2-year-old campaign with consecutive stakes wins at Laurel Park and Fairgrounds. The colt by Indian Charlie was bred in Kentucky by Candyland Farm and was a $190,000 OBS March 2-year-old. Cinco Charlie has earned $335,000 for William and Corinne Heiligbro. Cinco Charlie paid $240 to win and is the Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. Back to Gulfstream Park for the Grade 2 Holy Bull Stakes. Frosted, the 3-2 favorite. Again, here's Larry Colmus.
They're off in the Lamb Home South Holy Bull. And it's Frosted with early speed. Bluegrass Singer a little bit quicker early, and Bluegrass Singer will take the lead in the run to the first turn, and Frosted will sit right behind. His first down moves up into second. Upstart caught 3 wide, running in third. Juan and Bina hard to control early, throwing his head up and down on that first turn. Decision Day goes up on the outside, and then it's Keen Ice, followed by Fremento and High Noon Riders at the back. 6 lengths off the lead as they go to the backstretch, where Bluegrass Singer and Javier Castellano will make the pace over first down and Upstart. They went 24-2 for the opening quarter mile. Decision Day is fourth on the outside. Frosted is running in fifth along the rail, 3 lengths off of Bluegrass Singer. Then Juan and Bina. On the inside, Keen Ice is after that, Fremento and High Noon Rider. So they continue up the backstretch here, and Bluegrass Singer is still up top. The lead is 3/4 of a length over first down, while Upstart is third to the outside, a moderate half mile of 48 4/5 seconds. Frosted is backed off a bit. He's 3 lengths behind in the race to the far turn. And then it's Juan and Bina, and the others have been separated at this point around the far turn. And Upstart comes up alongside of Bluegrass Singer. And these two are now nose to nose off the lead. And Frosted gets going in third. Frosted 2.5 lengths off of them. Juan and Bina fourth on the outside. First down retreats in fifth, and they're coming toward the top of the stretch. And it's Upstart. And Upstart has taken the lead now on the outside of Bluegrass Singer and turns for home in front in the Holy Bull. It is Upstart in front, leaving Bluegrass Singer behind. And then it's Frosted to the outside, followed by Juan and Bina, but Upstart is pulling away. And he is pulling away impressively to win the Holy Bull.
2-1 second choice Upstart by Claiborne Farm Stallion Flatter defeats the favorite Frosted by a widening 143-3. Upstart defeated Statebreds in the first 2 starts of his career before finishing second in the Grade 1 Champagne Stakes and third in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. The Ridgeling was bred in New York by Mrs. Gerald A. Nielsen and was a $130,000 yearling. Trained by Rick Violet, Upstart has earned nearly $702,000 for Ralph Evans. Coming up, a stretch duel in the Texas Night.
Bulls 140 at 130, 40. If you think it's 40, if you think it's 140, if you think it's 130.
Down over the down 87, 90 down, down over the down 90 Grand Bay, 890 pounds and down over the down 90. 85 on the minute, 85, what do you think it's 5 there? 85 pounds and down over the down 5 on the minute.
Share what you love about Florida.
Since Florida's first Kentucky Derby winner, Needles, in 1956, Florida has produced 50 national champions, the last Triple Crown winner, 13 Classic winners, 155 millionaires, memorable performances, and 26 Breeders' Cup winners. Produce your next champion in Florida.
For more than a decade,
WinStar has been a leader in freshman sires' success. Distorted Humor, Tisnow, Speightstown. And now, another sire has risen to the top.
And it is Super Saver. Competitive edge in the hopeful. The winner by 4.5 lengths. I spent in a clear-cut second.
Super Saver, standing at WinStar Farm.
Time now for the feature race of the week, presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. To Sam Houston Park for the $400,000 Houston Ladies Classic. Cassatt, the 3-5 favorite. Here's the call by Tom Harris.
And they're off in the Houston Ladies Classic. Kiss to Remember, quickly into stride, is now joined by Cassatt from the outside. And from between horses, Rose to Gold is right there racing third. Up from the outside, Angelica Zapata is racing next, and Shannon Nicole follows as they race round the turn. There's 2 lengths more. Back to Blue Violet from third last. Fruity Demar follows that. Up along the outside, Sparta Magic, as they have 3 parts of a mile to run in the Houston Ladies Classic. Cassatt brings them along by a half length. Rose to Gold is there, prompted along Kiss to Remember, still with the leaders as well. Span of 3. Back to Shannon Nicole, racing alongside. From the outside, Angelica Zapata, 6 off the leader now. There's 2.5. Back to Blue Violet, still a length and a half or 2. Back to Sparta Magic, lingering second last. And Fruity Demar, they're at the far turn. Cassatt continues to lead it with just over 3/8 of a mile to go. Kiss to Remember right behind. Rose to Gold racing third on the outside as they head it midway round the turn. Cassatt let out a notch, goes on to lead it by 2 now. Kiss to Remember's at the inside. Rose to Gold follows next on the outside. Angelica Zapata kicks on now far outside, and they bend off the turn and run for home. Cassatt brings them off the turn, clear by 3 with a final furlong to go. Rose to Gold takes a run at it on the outside. Angelica Zapata late. Now Shannon Nicole moving from between horses. Here comes Shannon Nicole in with a late say. Cassatt trying to hang on. Mad dash to the finish. Cassatt just enough.
Odds-on favorite Cassatt has enough left to hold off Angelica Zapata by a neck. Kerwin Clark aboard the Keeneland Sales Graduate in 144-4, the 3rd consecutive stakes victory for Cassatt, who wrapped up last season with easy wins in the Zia Park Oaks and the Tiffany Last Stakes. The 4-year-old filly by Tappet was bred in Kentucky by Mount Brilliant Farm and was a $300,000 Keeneland September yearling. Trained by Larry Jones, Cassatt has earned $610,000 for Fox Hill Farms. We'll have 3-year-olds in the Grade 2 San Vicente Stakes and the Grade 3 Sam F. Davis Stakes, and 3-year-old fillies in the Grade 1 Las Virgenes Stakes, also featuring turf milers in the Grade 2 Arcadia Stakes and sprinters in the Grade 2 Palos Verdes Stakes. Next week, here on Thoroughbred Week. Thoroughbred Week is presented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture. Online at tbredweek.com.